There is a lot of effort going into doing whatever it takes to blame women's problems not on society, on us. If it's PTSD, then it's our hormones. If it's our bodies, then it's our PTSD. It's never the fact that we don't believe women. So apparently women are 2 times more likely to develop PTSD after trauma than men. And this is being attributed in multiple posts that I've seen lately to hormones, how estrogen and hormonal cycles can influence PTSD. Now, I always support more research on female bodies, but I feel like this is an area where our beloved trauma experts, Gabor Mate and Bessel van der Kolk, have actually given us a great explanation for why this might be. I read both The Body Keeps the Score and When the Body Says No, and my biggest takeaway was that people are more likely to develop PTSD after trauma when they are not believed or supported, when they don't feel empowered or like they have any agency during or after the traumatic event. And women are more likely to experience trauma that is not believed. We are more likely to experience traumatic events that are interpersonal and sexual in nature that are stigmatized. And the irony is that when we discuss our physical health and how we're not believed, then it's blamed on our trauma. But when we're finally talking about the trauma, then it's blamed on our biology. But what's wild about this is that the actual trauma experts, like Gabor Mate, is claiming that trauma causes 80% of autoimmune diseases to happen to women, particularly how we, cope with it by people-pleasing and self-silencing. When there's sociological explanations of why women develop PTSD at 2 times the rate of men, now we're focusing on the biology. We're ignoring the sociological reality of how women are not believed and supported after trauma. And we're going to talk about their hormones. But when it comes to autoimmune diseases, which are impacted by hormones, instead of talking to experts in autoimmune diseases, we're going to talk to the trauma people, and they're not going to acknowledge hormones, the lack of studies on female bodies, on female predominant illnesses, the lack of funding. Ultimately, the answer to why more women in both is systemic oppression, sexism, patriarchy. We would know more about women's illnesses if we actually studied them biologically instead of blaming them on women's emotions.